My adrenaline is so high now at the moment, I just can't even speak. To the shed again. Way more fixing. Way back to the shed. Way, not way. What's up guys, and welcome back to the Drift Games vlog. It's probably the biggest episode we've ever done, right? We're actually here in Mondello Park. They've kindly given us an hour of testing before we load the cars to go to the round one of the British Drift Championship. The boys are all here. We've got Keane here, Blaine here, Wayne, who's probably on about 1 hour sleep in 4 weeks at this stage. He could do it in an hour and a half. Ryan.
Loads of sleep now.
And Dean jumps in last minute this morning to align.
Take all the glory.
Take all the glory with all the hardship
Take
gone.
all my alignment now, so it is.
So Dean aligned both cars, so we're happy with the alignment, Dean.
Yeah.
We're happy that the cars, your fabrication, all that stuff is finished. You're happy they've petrol and tyres and they're running?
I think so.
There's only two people here that aren't happy, which is me and Josh, because we are petrified right now driving these cars because we've been looking at them for 5 months. If anything goes wrong in this test session, we have no time to fix it. So this just is a hit and hope now. So what we're going to do is shoot this pretty raw, Josh, right? So you're going to get in, you're going to put a camera in your car. You're just going to get your first reactions to the car. Raw, nothing here is staged. We're just going to do it as we go. Same with me, we're going to get in, just talk our way through it, try and speak as much as we can about what we're feeling, what we're thinking, and go drifting. Finally, after a very long time. Josh, you scared?
Am I going first?
You're going first. We start in order.
Well then yes I am scared then.
We start in order of cylinders. You nervous?
Yes, I'm nervous. Like, you know, sometimes when you have like a few videos build up to something, it's like a big build up.
Is that 5 months?
This is 160 days of build up to this point.
He's had 5 months, hasn't he?
5 months. Drive the car. Exactly. It's scary.
Adam, I think you should just drive the car.
I'm doing BDC.
Are you going to do BDC,
I'm
Adam?
doing BDC, yeah.
Right, Josh, you're off the team. At the very last minute,
After
you're
all
off the
this
team.
time.
Yeah, Josh, you got the car ready. See it. Anyway, Adam, are you looking forward to the BDC?
The thing is, if you think of it, I've actually only done one less battle than Josh.
Well, like, he has only done one, to be
Everybody
fair.
in the world has done one less battle than me.
Get your stuff on, get in the car, let's go. Come on. Come on.
I'm
It'll
scared.
be fun.
I'm very scared. It will be fun, but it's scary. At least I look cool.
Yeah. No, the car looks cool, but have fun. Come on,
and loaded.
have fun. Have fun. Enjoy it. You nervous? That's what it all comes down to. It's gonna be fun. You built the car you wanted.
This is apparently the fun part.
This is the fun part.
It's nervous right now.
Let's hope it doesn't rain because you've no windows. But anyway, be grand. Have fun, okay?
Oh my god. Right. Hopefully you guys can hear me. This is the first drive in here, I'm nervous. And hopefully it's okay. I was going to kind of talk you through what's going on in my head as I'm going. But I'm nervous as f*** right now. I was going to do a lap, kind of pulling through gears, see how the car's running. This is the first time it's been in second gear. This is bonkers. Oh my god, this feels so surreal. First pull.
feeling out the fact that he can change gear.
It's hard to know to pull the Samsung
Yeah.
or the handbrake.
So we had a little bit of an issue. Sensor on the link came on with low oil pressure. We're just checking it out to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Classic testing stuff, Keen.
Always the way.
Always the
Rather
way.
it happen here than T-side for BC.
Yeah, yes. Well, you know, these are new cars out of the box, so they're always going to take a little bit of work.
Like the power's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
And is it instant just coming on or?
yeah. Like you keep the revs up a little bit and the power's like there.
How does it feel to handle?
Snappy at the moment.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm not comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I think this the front is a little too soft. It looked a bit soft to me. Do you want to harden it a little bit just to see if it makes it better?
It kind of, yeah, it felt a bit boaty.
Yeah. So we're just adjusting our BC coilovers here to make sure that we can, which is nice and handy, Ryan, isn't it?
Yeah. Handy.
Harden up the
I
front of
pulled
the
the
car.
handbrake. Sorry, I pulled the Samsonus for the handbrake on that last run.
No way, I never had an issue with that.
Yeah.
And you used to slag me over that all the time.
You know what? I was going around the last corner. I was like, I throw a big angle for the boys, and then I pulled fourth gear.
Hey, let's give it another go, I say. Going in easy. I can't see a thing! That's kind of a lap! Yeah!
Moving, baby!
It says low oil pressure again. Why is it saying oil pressure? It said low oil pressure again. It says low oil pressure again. I turned it off like you said. It was after the run.
Right, sir. And what's happening now?
I just turned it off.
Right, well, let me know.
Not a good sign, Adam. He stopped on the track and we gotta go out.
Stopped on the track and we have to take the diesel. The diesel valve out to rescue.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here, so we'll keep you posted. We have a bonnet open, which is not good. Do we have oil on the ground? I don't think so. What's going on?
Got no oil pressure.
No oil pressure. Or low oil pressure, Josh?
0.
0?
What's up now?
You sit up on the high like there is oil in it, isn't there?
There's no oil on the ground.
No. No funny knocks, no. Like steel on steel.
I don't think so. When I stopped, it sounded fine, I think.
What's the oil pressure at? Or the
Zero.
oil temperature? When we tried to start it there the last time, it started and it never even was. It was dead zero.
What's happening?
I don't know. It came up flashing low oil pressure. That sounded
What's the
tappy.
engine sounding?
No oil pressure.
Yeah, but
It sounded like the head was dried up.
Yeah, it sounded like the head was dry.
That's not, then it sounded a bit faint. I can't hear anything.
you'd have to
If you crack the top of the turbo, you'll know quick enough.
You could try that as well,
Want to bring it back over
There's
there?
no point doing it in the track, yeah, we might as well tow it around. Well, at least we have 6 seats in the van, so we can all pile in now.
Yeah. Right, let's see if we can figure this out.
Nino, slow up!
That wasn't exactly the way I wanted it to be brought back.
So, what do we think, Wayne?
We have to check the oil pickup, we've no oil pressure whatsoever.
So no oil pressure, it's not a simple fix.
No, we're going to have to take the sump down, check the oil pickup.
So take the sump off, check the oil pressure. Not a good first start, Josh.
No.
Putting the pressure on.
One job.
Look, we'll figure out a solution. We'll have to get it back to the garage.
Yeah.
It's not a good start to our test session whatsoever.
It was almost a good start.
It was good. It was driving well.
That was the first lap.
It was going fast. It was working. Everything was handling well. But then back to the drawing board with about 12 hours to spare before we have to get the boat. Brilliant.
Okay, so the guys are going to load this back onto the truck, and they're only going to really see what the problem is when it's back at the workshop. And they pull the sump off and they find if there's a problem with the pickup or anything like that. I don't really know, but there's no oil going to the turbo, so it's getting blocked up somewhere. It's not getting picked up somewhere. That's all I know at the moment. So hopefully, I don't know if there's a good solution for this, if it's just bad all around, but I don't know. We'll find out more back at the shed.
Alright, well that's not filled me full of confidence, Josh.
No.
We got rain coming in, so I'm going to jump in this and try and get 3 or 4 laps in it just to make sure it's working. Who knows? Again, we're rolling the dice very close for time here, so hopefully.
Bring a bit of luck.
Hopefully.
We're out a bit of luck.
Yeah, so pull that down, pull that up.
Get the tricky part out of the way with the harness,
Working
Dave.
out the kinks, working out the kinks, you know?
If that's the only thing to go wrong is the harness.
Oh, I'm good at it with your car, man. I just had the fear, you know?
We got the digits for them.
I'm staying positive, but I have the fear. Like, no oil's a bad situation.
I've never heard of no oil being a good situation. Yeah. Well, Dave's going to bring luck here.
Nervous?
A little bit nervous.
You're playing it cooler than I was anyways.
You made me feel like I'm worried now.
Right. Good luck. Take it easy.
Right, go on.
Okay, so I'm in the Corvette. It feels very, very bizarre. I have very little visibility. It definitely doesn't feel like any other car I've drifted. We've got a massive dark cloud moving in, so I've got very little time to get used to this car. Try and do a donut or two. Did a donut, I suppose. Handbrake works pretty good. Okay, let's send it. Okay, it's working.
It works, lads. Works. First lap.
You know what? He had that moment of, I'm going to absolutely...
He drove by and he was like, I'm a boss. I'm a boss.
I feel like a little bitch compared to the way I went around it.
You are a little
Thanks, Ryan.
It's a little bit snappy on the front. We might be able to change that with the coilovers a little bit. Just give it a full pull. not talking more, guys, but I'm pretty nervous right now. The car feels like it has tons of power, but it's a little bit vicious in the transitions. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Gearbox working good. I'm going to try my hot sauce button.
I feel a bit better now he's spun.
He got a little bit over cocky. Had to bring him down a peg or two.
He's found the limit now anyways, I guess. And now he's saying in the car, I found the limit, and that's what I wanted to do. Body kit, Dave.
It goes good.
Well, I don't think he's giving it everything.
He's not giving
I
it
think
all.
there's a lot
There's
more.
a lot more to give in that too.
He's got all the power in the world. It's just very twitchy on the front end. Just maybe a characteristic of this car, but it's running good. Temperatures are good.
He's turned on the sauce. Good. Well, there's no easing into that anyways.
At the time I saw the drops of water, I was like, go, go, go. All the power in the world, all the torque in the world. Twitchy on the front end.
Okay.
Like quite nervous. Like snappy. Now that could be the fact that I'm running road tyres on the back and I haven't got much side bite. I'd say that.
It looks a bit hard on the back. It might soften the rear.
nearly even too hard.
I think you have to soften it from the bottom of that shock.
Soften it from the bottom of the shock, so maybe soften the back a bit. A little bit, just for more grip. It's like when she snaps back, it's quite violent like.
What's it like steering wise? Like understeer?
Once you're drifting, it's fine, no understeer, nothing. It's perfect, it's just when you're transitioning, it almost seems like it's transitioning too fast. It like snaps. I had the hot sauce on for that one as well.
Oh, we can tell. We saw flame. Like, where's that coming from?
It's an animal, like. It's an animal. Like, I've never felt torque like that. Like, it's scary fast. And that's just on road tires. What? Quicker. No comparison. But still, a little bit. It's not as easy as an S-body, anywhere near, but it's a lot better than the Mustang. I'll do one more lap on the road tires, then we'll switch to the Federal Semi-6.
So far, so good though.
So it's scary. It really is scary. Like you have to totally think about. I just turned my wipers on with the steering wheel. Baller. That's pretty cool, isn't it? You have to kind of stop thinking of how expensive it is and how long we've been building it. To be honest, you have to kind of treat it like it's just a normal car, which it certainly is not.
Way it started. say he's fairly comfortable in it already.
Before we go throw just sticky tyres on it, do you want to try to get as much mechanical grip into it before we actually make it grippy with tyres?
I think
He's just the one to go semi-slicks.
I think we'll work with what we're working with. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I think I'll put it this way. You could run that. There's no problem. I think you can run it as soft as you want on the back. I'd say click it all the way soft there on the semi-slicks, and I'll see how it goes.
Look at that, look. Perfect way.
Look at that way. It's a handful though. It's a handful.
Well, you're making it look good for a handful, to be fair.
The only reason I can drive that car is because I've had the Mustang. That's the only reason. Everything, even my hand, like my muscle memory of where to go is the same as the Mustang, except I go, oh no, I've got this big notchy gearbox. I go, oh no, fine, it's fine. That's third gear the whole way around there, second for the last bit, and that's probably perfect ratios for that track. The problem is that when I transition, I'm holding the steering wheel to slow down the rotation a little bit, as in I'm not letting it do its own thing. I'm steering it, because if I let it go, it'll spin. So that could be that it has a little bit too much caster, just it's trying to switch direction a little bit too quickly. I gotta remember, this is so much lighter than the Mustang, so it snaps, like it doesn't have a big boaty feel to it, so it snaps really fast. Okay, so I was wondering why it was so snappy on transitions, and in the panic, me and Wayne confused ourselves on who was in charge of doing the BC coilover setup. I'd set the back, nobody set the front, so one was on full soft and one was on full hard, so that was making it so difficult to drive through the centre of the course. So I'm hoping if we put that somewhere in the middle now, that'll solve that problem. I'm going to get another 3 laps, that means I'll get what, 6 laps in the car before we go to BDC. I have nowhere near the issues you have, so at least if I get 6, I'd say pull the testing here. No point wasting time here doing more setup, we might as well get back and see what's up with yours. That's the best thing, I think.
These are the new Federals that we're using from the tyre box, and from the looks of it, there is no problems with them, and they look ridiculous. So he's on semi-slicks now, and see how this is. He said he had way too much power for the tyres that he was on, which obviously he's got 600 horsepower on road tyres. So yeah, hopefully he finds more grip and is better. We go a bit closer now, I feel a bit braver.
Okay, so we adjusted our BC coilovers. That should make it a lot better. There was such a panic we didn't check it. I actually just want to see how fast it is. Good Lord! It is so fast. Okay, so we got the Federal 595 RS from the tyre box on the back now. A lot more grip, I can feel it already. We're probably running the pressures a little too high, but we're just going to ease ourselves in, see how it goes. Turn on the hot sauce that Robbie put in there, you can hear it.
That is faster! That now we turned it up a bit. I say he's testing the angle of it now anyway. He's getting confident.
Oh my God, this thing is good. Oh! It is without a doubt the most violent car I have ever driven. So much power, so much torque, so much noise. I was just checking the angle there. The FDF race shop angle kit. Unbelievable. So much lock. What a car. What a car. All the partners, everyone involved in the bill, you boys just absolutely smashed it. Smashed it. I'm happy. I'm happy with that run.
That last one you threw it in now.
I'm happy.
I'd leave it at that.
Leaving a positive.
I'm alright. I'm alright. I can figure the rest out with T-side. It's drivable. It's way better. Like,
How was it that time with the front and transition?
perfect.
So the length was good.
So drivable.
Alright.
The bikes that fit the Kylo was the problem.
Load it.
Yeah, drive it down.
I'll drive it down and load it. We'll load it up and get back to the garage.
I would say
I don't know, Josh, is it? It's 50-50 now, isn't it?
I'm happy for you.
My car ran great. I mean, you'll see it, I'm sure if you see the onboard footage, it's the weirdest feeling because you build it, you put so much money in, and you're so nervous that it won't be what you want it to be. It'll just be a bad car to drive, and you're like, I now have to drive this for a very long time.
I had this feeling of how surreal is it when you first do a skid. It's like, oh my God, we built this thing to do it, and it actually works.
I went to do a donut, and you start thinking about every mechanical in the car going, will it actually hold up to a donut? Of course it will. Yeah, once we changed the BC coilovers, once we set all that up, Dean was saying that the alignment, it just settled a little bit different as we went through the track there, so we'll check that again. Other than that, what a car, like so fast, so much torque, sounds amazing. Once we changed those little, I was transitioning, it was a bit dodgy, but then when we changed the settings on the BC coilovers,
From soft on one side.
But it goes to show how important they are and how much they do on the car, you know. Lock, unbelievable from FDF Race Shop, like that lock kit is ridiculous. I presume I was pulling pretty good angle coming into there. Pushing a little bit towards the end just to see the confines of it, but I think, to be honest, Josh, I'm happy once it runs. I'll figure the rest out when I get to BDC. I've only had, what, 6 runs, but like at least I'm not going in completely like brand new into competition. So
at least if you feel you can kind of like figure it out from this point.
Put it this way. By no means are you going to do 6 laps in a car and feel confident going into a pro competition weekend, but I feel less nervous, if that's the right word. I don't feel nervous about driving it, I just don't feel 100% comfortable about how it's going to do. But one thing I am happy about is that it works and it seems to be okay. We've got a little issue with the diff, a few other bits and bobs, we'll get them tidied up tonight. The big thing is now just to dissect your car and see what's up with it. So I know that we were going to just tidy this episode up and we were going to say, all right, we'll see you in BDC.
Well, you never know how these videos are going to go because you kind of come for testing and then obviously anything can happen in testing, so...
We got to sort it. We got to sort it. Let's go fix this MX5. Come on. This video started as a testing video.
It's going to be a positive video.
Now it's going to be a rescuing video. We're going to get that car sorted. Hopefully we get it sorted. And one way or another, you're going to BDC. We've got spare cars. We've got everything, but we want to get that MX5 there. Let's go back to the shed and see what's up. So I say a real big thank you to Mondello Park. They're great partners of ours. We work with them all the time. Obviously we have our drift school here, the Drift Games Experience, and they gave us an hour and a half today to come out and test the cars. If they hadn't, we wouldn't be going back to the shed now to fix Josh's. We would have just loaded that car and expected it to work. Can you imagine going to BDC all the way there and traveling all the way there, and this happens, low oil pressure? So at least the best thing that's happened out of this, if there is any positives, we can go back now and see what the problem is rather than see what the problem is in BDC. So fingers crossed it's not too big, and thank you very much to Mondello Park. And back to the shed again. Way more fixing. Way back to the shed. Way, not way.
So the guys got back before. I think they've already pulled the sump off. Okay, so unsure if this is really bad news or just bad news, but
Cut it open.
Cut up and see then.
Have you got one of those little metal shears there?
No.
there is metal shavings in the sump. Wayne says it's grand. Ryan not so much.
We're having a difference of opinion.
How bad is it with metal shavings in the sump?
Not at all, it's grand.
Hear him. It's not that it's metal shade, it's like copper, which is bearing, which isn't good.
So we're taking out the rods now.
I'm just taking off one.
We're taking off
Just a cap.
So essentially you'll be able to tell from this if there's any wear on them and how bad the wear is. So I'm not too sure how far we're going to have to dig to find a problem. And it's going to be more confusing if there's not a problem, I'd say.
And there's a bear.
Huh?
It's fine, is it?
What does that
That's
mean?
a big score there, isn't it? That's not.
Is that bad?
No. Well, they're not mint, Jim. Of course they're not mint. Dave's out driving the bollocks over for the last 2 years.
And there you go.
It's grand. If that was all filing, that's for number 4, it's the first one to go. Yeah, unless it was the main bear.
I can't help but feel that the further that we go, the worse the news is going to be at the end.
Come back in 2 minutes.
So I guess we're kind of just narrowing down what it could be or trying to find the problem.
We're kind of useless here as well, aren't we? There's not really much point in you and me being here.
We're documenting with the audience.
I'm here for emotional support, Josh.
Babe, it's going to be a big hug needed soon.
Yeah, I'll be there for you, Josh.
Thanks, man. I mean, it doesn't look bad.
See all the shiny bit in that?
It's like sparkles.
Yeah, sparkles coming from somewhere. Oil doesn't sparkle.
I mean, are we clear?
I don't know.
That's any black stuff off
I
the
don't know
filter.
if that's off the filter or is it off the f***ing engine. There's some sparkly bits in it.
What's the verdict?
I don't know.
It's almost worse when you...
I'd rather have found a problem, I'd rather have...
Well, that's what I mean. You've gone down a few ways now,
I'm like, that's too
and
long.
there's nothing. Should we not dig a bit further?
Well, how further do you want to go? Let's take the engine out and take the engine apart. How far do you want to go?
I mean, I'm not going to do that. Blaine, are you going to...
Oh yeah, I've taken many.
In your beige, like you could be wearing anything less appropriate to be in a garage. And look at your shoes!
Look at these jazzy f***ing guys here.
Turquoise shoes, beige, and then you wear a black t-shirt. Your black t-shirt could be alright.
Repping the smoke and mirrors.
Represent.
Just to remind us of the last time me and you had an awful time.
Well, I'd say our awful time that she ran from smoke and mirrors and then this project started, so we haven't really had...
It's been a nice solid 12 months.
I mean, COVID.
What's this?
What did you do?
What cleaning that?
Is this dry?
It's actually not that dry, but it's not covered in oil in it. So before we make any decisions, let's get It'll Be Grand over and see what he thinks.
Here.
Wayne,
It'll be grand, what do you reckon?
spread a bit of positivity on here.
Like overly dry.
Will it be grand?
Of course it will.
Okay, so obviously we're not in the shed anymore with Ryan. I just realised my hair is on, you know what, there's no hiding my hair, it's an absolute mess. Right, so small update from where we last left off. We had... Disaster! Pretty much disaster. So there was a few options out there, but there was only one real sensible option, and Ryan said it first, which was to...
There's no point in, you're just wasting money. Like, you would have just tried your best to make it work, and it probably would have blown up and just cost a fortune. There's no point.
And right now we
Gave
are...
it every go at trying to work, but
So yeah, there was a few options out there. One, we were, this is the stupidest, going to pull the engine out of Dave's Spirit Ray PS13. I wasn't a fan of that. I
went down an absolute treat with anybody. Everyone that's into cars would have heard about that. There would have been murder.
Yeah, so I didn't particularly want to do that. Second option, Dave's Mustang. I do not want to go into my second ever competitive event in a car that I really do not feel comfortable with, and
a car that Dave doesn't feel comfortable with.
Dave doesn't feel comfortable with, and also it's Dave's dream car, so I don't really want to be there breaking it, which left one final option. So we are in Mondello, as you can see. It is 12 o'clock at night.
It's actually 20 to 1.
It's actually 20 to 1, which is even later. You can't see us, it's very dark, and for good reason. Not for good reason, but we are resurrecting the old MX5. It's not ideal. The main problem with this is this. The main problem is the exhaust. This car does not pass noise regs in the UK. So Ryan now has the task. This is your idea.
It's the only idea we have. It's the only thing that will work.
Yeah.
We could go and get another engine. Then we have to go mapping again. We could have went and took the engine out of the PS. Same thing. We would have to go mapping again. We could have made the engine work that we have, and risk blowing it up. We could run material through the new turbo. We could run material through everything, destroy everything. Go 10,000 euro worth of damage. What's the point?
So yeah, there is no point. We're very lucky to have spare cars, and there really isn't that much work that has to be done to this car, realistically. So, far from the ideal situation for happening. I'm very gutted. It sucks. But we are still going to the BDC, and we're still gonna make this work.
I'll give you one thing though. She went like that clappers before it went.
I was gonna say, there's Adam sent me one picture, and it made me feel a bit better. It was
a flyer. Like, it flew. I genuinely think it's faster than the Corvette because it's so light.
yeah. So I mean, we only got one proper lap in it. It's kind of you saw potential in it. It works. It drifts. It feels nice. It obviously needs setup. It obviously needs a working engine. But after this round, we've got some downtime, and we're going to be developing it, getting the engine ready, and testing. So yeah. But until then, this is the car, and I love this car, and it's not even a bad option to be taken to the BDC. So yeah. So I'm not sure where we're going to be next.
Hey, look, that's a 310 horsepower or something?
Yes. So for those that don't know, this car is standard engine, just a kind of a big turbo, kind of bolted on a few other bits, and it's 300 horsepower. It was fast enough to smash into James Dean. Not many cars have done that now.
I'd like to be put fast enough.
Fast? Why? I mean, I was behind and it caught him that fast.
While James was braking, you decided to accelerate.
Maybe. Right, so we're going to round off this video here. This is definitely not the way we planned on finishing this video, but unfortunately it is the way that we're finishing this video. So we're gonna, I don't know, we may be doing daily uploads this week. There may be another video tomorrow of how me and Ryan get on. We could be driving the country. Something else could blow up. This car could blow up. God only knows with how this week's going, but we're going to BDC. We're determined to go there, and yeah, this is the road to the BDC.